portion of today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the amazing all-in-one website platform for us creatives to succeed online. Whether you're just starting out your own business or trying to create your own amazing website portfolio, Squarespace is the all-in-one place, all under your terms. I never thought this mystery box craft kit would ever exist. Yes, as you can see here on my desk, these are miniature craft kits of tiny swords from none other than the popular Lord of the Rings series. Now, I've seen many of you grains tag me everywhere to basically check these out and review them myself. I actually wasn't going to review them, but I know that many of you wanted to see them, so let me know if you want to see more of these nerdy craft kits. But interestingly enough, as you can see from the website, this does allow us to make miniature swords and forge them. I don't know if it's going to be resin or if we're actually going to do anything with metal, but it gives us the impression. I mean, look at that. Look at this tiny little sword just hanging out there on the anvil. And then again, we have this beautiful display with another kind of tiny sword. And then we have an axe. I never thought I would do this. And basically, this is the entire collection that we can get. Now, one of my biggest worries about this series is that it doesn't have a good rating. It does have only 2 stars. And it seems like one of the biggest complaints here is that the resin stays sticky no matter how long you let it set. And it apparently is too hard to remove it from the mold. So we're gonna keep that in mind. Also, let me know in the comment section below, which is your favorite fantasy series? And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you do. I carry a sharp pointy thing just to show it off. It's nothing else, don't worry about it. Alright, so I haven't seen anyone do any of these because I wanted to keep it a surprise for myself and for you as to have it as a genuine first experience. So let's go ahead and move these to the side over here. I really have no idea what it's going to look like on the inside, other than obviously the pictures we just looked at. And if we look at the details here, we see that it looks like we have potions, something ornamental, and then the ring, obviously, and then we have swords, we have daggers, hammers, more potions. So I'm wondering if we're going to be able to get any potions. And trust me, I've seen that many of you grains have been tagging me also on the potions version of the Miniverse. They're just impossible to find, so I'm gonna keep looking for them. And again, the front image just shows us more of the resin and the ring, and let's just go for it. Again, loving this inner wrapper, really cute. Listen, you would understand, if you like nerdy things, you're gonna call swords and axes pretty cute too, especially if they're mini. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely beautiful. This is ornamental. Usually when it comes to the Miniverse outer circle, the box, it's usually just plain. But this one has this beautiful design all the way around. It looks almost like a pillar, and we have some Elvish writing that goes all the way around. I think this is Elvish. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here we have a sticker with a display, and here's a display without a sticker. All right, how do we open this? How do I open it? Do I just twist? Oh, okay. Oh, this is so pretty. What an experience. My goodness, we have something in here. More things, more things. I think these are the displays. They even have a spot for you to lift with your fingers. This is brilliant. So far, at first glance, I don't see why it has a low rating, but we're gonna keep going. And oh, is that a pipette? What are you? I don't know what this is. We're gonna figure out what this is later. And then we have the 2 guides, one with the project and the other one of how to do. And it looks like this can be removed, but I will not remove it for now. We'll keep this here. All right, so let's take a look at the guide. Interesting. It says there's 15 to collect. I am going to destroy the names right now. We have Herogrim, Elven Dagger, Sting, High Elven Sword, Shards of Narsil. Oh, that is a sword that's broken in pieces. I like that. White Knives. Love the design up here. A Hunting Axe, Narsil, Double-Headed Axe, Witch King Longsword, Morgul Knife, Uruk High Sword. And then it looks like we have a few rare ones over here, but they won't tell us what it is. We have an ultra rare over here, and then a limited edition. Now, I don't know what makes them limited edition, and I don't know if I know the swords well enough to know right away if we got a limited edition. So if I do get a limited edition, let me know. And then the other side of the guidebook, let's try that again. And the other side of this guidebook, we have the actual instructions. And here's what the instructions look like. So I'm gonna take a closer look at it once we see the materials because I don't think we're gonna know exactly what's going on. And it looks like we have the white knives. All right, let's take you out. First item we have is our resin. This is pretty. We have a red and black type of vial. Look at that. That looks very fantasy-esque, very neat. And I'm pretty sure it's resin. Let's go ahead and open it. I believe it is resin. And we do also have a nozzle. Next we have this thing over here. Let's open it up. Okay. And what are you? Oh my goodness. It's a tiny mold. So let's get it a little close. And we can see that there's a bit of a shape of the blade, I believe. Here's what it looks like. Very, very small opening over here, which makes it so that it's possible to get air pockets. So we'll see how well this works. Next in this nice looking wooden box, what do we have? Okay. We have, first of all, an anvil. I've always been curious and interested in blacksmithing. Every time I saw someone do any kind of metalwork or sword work, that was always fascinating to me. And we have even little symbols over here. Cute. And then we have a smithing hammer. This is also really pretty. Let's get a little closer on that. It even still has its own little symbols. This is an ornate type hammer, looking great. And then the last item in here, what are you? This feels like a sander. It actually has sandpaper on it. This is very coarse, almost the same thing that you would use in order to file your nails. That's basically what this is. So I feel like we might actually have to use this. And that's it in this box. And then over here, it looks like we have the handles. Let's push this out. These look to be handles for the sword. That's what they look like. Again, very ornate, very detailed and pretty. I'm not sure why we have 4 of these since we're only supposed to be able to make 2. And then we have this thing here for display. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this together. Wait, something's missing. Ah, yes, I almost missed this. So we have a piece of paper with something wrapped in it. So let's check what you are. And you are, okay, I'm guessing this is going to be our pigment powder for the resin. There's what it looks like. And it is sealed with a tiny cork bottle. Cute. Okay. Oh, and I forgot they did include a tiny spoon as well. Now, I seem to have a little bit of a problem with the instructions, and I think I might do it my way versus the way that the instructions are guiding, because they say to take the pigment powder, put it inside, and then shake it, and then go ahead and pour the resin. And it looks like they want us to fill it up from down to up. I don't know what this bubble sign means. And then we take the little hammer thing and smash one of the handles inside, wait for 15 minutes, and then we should be able to just pull it out. And then we can file it and repeat. Now, my issue is that getting the pigment in here might actually be way trickier. So it might actually be a better idea to put it directly in the resin. So I might actually just put the pigment in here, mix it up with a spoon, and then pipe it in. I think that's probably the smarter way to do it for me. Is it a mistake? I hope not. All right, let's get our resin opened up. And I'm gonna open the pigment on top of one of these halves, just in case we make a mess. Let's go. There it is. Beautiful, like I saw. And it is 2 scoops per sword, so let's go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why we have 4 handles, but I'm hoping it's just in case there's any mistakes. And let's go ahead and put 1 for good luck. And now with our elongated spoon, I'm just gonna go ahead and mixy on the inside and hope that it actually works. Otherwise, I'm gonna take something longer and mix it in there. I decided to stop playing games and went ahead and got a dowel. So that way we can go ahead and mix the powder properly all the way around. This is a beautiful silver color. My goodness, look at that. Yeah, that is pretty. Okay, she's getting in there. We got this. We definitely got this. It doesn't feel like they give us enough resin, if I'm being very honest, but that's something that Miniverse is known for. Sometimes they really just don't give us enough resin for projects. So Miniverse, please give us more than half the bottle. I would love to see more than half the bottle in there. Better to have extra than not enough, but here we go. And I'm gonna wipe the excess on the side here so that some of y'all don't be like,
but Jackie, you're doing it wrong. Now there's not enough resin.
Stop it, it's not on my dowel. There we go. We're wiping it all on the inside. So my dowel got a nothing, okay? It got a nothing. And now we're gonna cap it, voila. Oh, okay. So this funny long thing is actually an attachment that we put on top like this. I feel like there's a lot of resin that's going to be left in there, but okay. And I'm not sure I understand the instructions, but it does say no bubbles up. So do I just keep it down here and keep pushing, or do I lift it up? I don't know. I'm actually curious. So let's go ahead and take the QR code and see where it brings us. We have the just released. So let's check that. And then we have the Lord of the Rings. Do I have instructions? We have download instructions. No. I want to watch a mini video. And the answer is no. All right, so since everything is pretty white and transparent, we're gonna go ahead and squeeze. We're gonna bring this first all the way in, I think. Yes, oh my goodness. Okay. Now it's all the way in. Now what I understand is we do not lift this resin until, oh, look at it go down. Okay, we do not lift this until the resin goes all the way up. So we're gonna keep, oh my gosh, so hard to see. Okay, we see the bottom filling. Kitty editor, I see you zooming in there. I don't know what I'm doing. This is so hard to see, oh my goodness. And I don't wanna tip it over either. Oh gosh, stop moving, come on. There we go, no, we're not. We are getting somewhere. Wow, this is really hard to push in. And I'm gonna continue pushing with the resin until we get all the way to the top. Come on. There we go. We're gonna overflow just a little bit. Now I do see quite a few air pockets, so I'm just gonna squeeze the mold because we can see some air pockets over here. So I'm just gonna squeeze. So I'm gonna keep squeezing those areas until they fill out. I think all of it is filled in. This is quite the process. I'm like, my eyes are burning. I'm trying to get so close to it. I feel like the others are gonna be faster. It's just, this is the first learning curve. And here it shows, we're gonna make sure that the blade part is facing basically straight on the left, and then this blade kind of slanting to the right. We're gonna hammer it in there. All right, so the straight part is indeed this side, and then the handle, we're going to make sure that it's slanting towards the right. Oh my goodness, oh boy. I did not need that. I need napkins. I may have slightly overfilled it, so I'm just gonna try and clean as much as I can. Okay, push it in. We do have some of that resin, but that's okay. We're gonna clean it up. And they do want us to hammer it in. It feels pretty snug. I don't think it needs more of it, but here it is. And since we are in Canada, it has been actually really hot, but the sun is just not cooperative. So I will be using a UV light, which should make it much quicker. And once we have the light over here, we're going to go ahead and turn it on. And we're gonna give it 2 minutes on each side.
A few minutes later.
All right, so here we are 5 minutes later with a UV light. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the mold. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Hang on. There's just an exclamation point and pull. Okay, exclamation point and pull. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull you out. Oh gosh, why am I so nervous? Why am I so nervous? Oh my God, oh my goodness. Excitement, what? Look at it. Obviously we overfilled, but it did work, and it is not that solid, but I mean, it is a very thin piece, so you have to be very careful. My goodness, and there's details. And we did avoid air pockets by squeezing the mold. That's something they should have mentioned, but here's what it looks like. So we can go ahead and sand this off. I'm guessing this is what they want because I don't see anything else that needs sanding. So I'm just gonna sand this part. And so here it is after sanding. How beautiful are these tiny details? And the fact that we got no air pockets is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I'm pretty sure I have a grasp on this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the second one and follow the exact same instructions, except I'm not going to overfill it, and then use my UV light again. I know people were complaining that in the sunlight, it's a little harder to actually get it to hit in the right frequency. So this might be a set that works best with UV light at home. And here they are both done on their display that we put together. As you can see, this was pretty straightforward putting together of the display. I think they're cute. I think they're adorable. They definitely are a little stingy on the resin because I wish they gave us a little bit more, but so far so good. Now let's see what's the next mystery. Are your grades as frustrated as I am with certain websites' terms and conditions about you selling your own products? Well, here's a great opportunity for you to take back your terms under your hands with your own creative, beautiful website with Squarespace, who are also sponsors of a portion of today's video. What I love about Squarespace is that they have absolutely flexible templates that I can play around with, click, remove, add, and make it really my own custom place. Sometimes it's hard to know where you want to start, but with these templates, it just makes it so easy to make it yours. And what I love about these templates is you can visualize them whether it's on PC and mobile, so that way you get to see the user experience of your potential future clients. Speaking of your potential future clients, Squarespace makes it really easy to set up and make your own store. That way you can customize your own listings, showcase your products, and put whether they're images, videos, related products, add-ons, and more. The Squarespace commerce platform makes managing customers, sales, invoices an absolute breeze. You can even print your shipping labels directly from Squarespace, which is great because you get everything together to help you save time. Stay tuned for my future online shop. So what are you waiting for? Especially since you've been holding off on creating your own website or your own shop? Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. Yes, a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/nerdycrafter to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/nerdycrafter for 10% off. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring a portion of today's video. All right, and what do we have here? Don't let it be a double. Do not let it be a double. We have one surprise, we have a box. Okay, it's not the same thing. Even the handles look really different. Ooh, we have a ring. Ah, yes, precious. Here's what they look like so far. We're gonna take everything out in not too long. And of course the guides. So first things first, let's find out what these are. So let's bring them out. We do get two swords, and here's what they look like. Let's try and get a little closer for the details. Voila, very nice details. And then the ring, let's pop you out. My goodness, come on, come on. Why is this so difficult? There it is. Here is a tiny, tiny, tiny ring. No engravings on it, so it's not really the true ring. Here's the inside. And of course the displays, which we will check out later. Let's see what our mold looks like. What are you? How do we, oh, it's true, the tape. Oh my goodness, that is a chunky one. And even though the sword doesn't look like it has ornaments, the mold itself has ornaments on the side over here. Really pretty, very, very nice. Again, here's what the inside looks like. And here is our baggie. Let's see what we have. Again, we have the resin bottle. So it looks like exactly the same thing. I guess this is supposed to be molten resin, molten metal. And I'm guessing we're going to get the nozzle. Yes. Nozzles right here. What is that? Is that a chain? Okay, I guess we get to put the ring on a chain. Let's do that right away. Voila. Ah, you saw nothing. I am responsible enough. I can wield the ring. I could do it. And let's get you over here. This is gonna require me to get a little closer because everything is tiny and I got them sausage fingers. Okay, got it. There it is. There's a little ring. Here's what it looks like. And then we have this thing that is wrapped up. Not sure what it is. Oh, okay. We have pigments. We have the white silvery pigment and we have a blue pigment. Interesting. And then we have a box of goodies. Same thing as the other side. Oh, we have a map. Okay, hang on. So we have an anvil, hammer, and a file, so that we can fix all the tiny details. And interestingly enough, we didn't get a pipette this time, so that's odd. But here is our map of Middle Earth. Here's what it looks like. All right, so here are the instructions. Apparently we're supposed to mix the blue and silver inside the mold and then use the pipette. Interestingly enough, we didn't actually get a pipette in this one. So I think there may have been a mistake. I double checked everywhere and we did not get a pipette. So I'm going to use from the previous box and basically use that one. And then we're going to put the handle in, wait for 15 minutes, and we should get a sword. Very similar instructions. So let's just go ahead and do that, but we're gonna mix the colors in the other one. So we're gonna put 2 spoons of the white pigment. There's 1. Ooh, that was very generous. I think we're good. I think we're good. The problem with putting too much pigment, which is something that you have to be careful with, is that if you put too much pigment, the light will not be able to get into the resin and harden it. So maybe that's another mistake some people may be doing. And we're going to take 1 of the blue one. Like, oh goodness. Oh, that is glitter. What? Let's get close here. My grains, this is glitter. That is fine, fine glitter. Okay. I can see why they want us to put it in the mold directly, so I might put a little bit of that first. We're still gonna put some in here, like so. And this is probably going to get messy, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way. There you go. And we're gonna shake a, because glitter is different. Glitter is different. We love glitter. All right, I'm gonna push out the excess. And it's looking very cute. And now we take our little dowel and mixy to make sure the pigment gets all the way to the bottom. My worry is that we do have glitter in there, so it might get stuck in the pipette. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. This is looking cute. So we're just gonna keep stirring until it feels like it's all mixed up. All right, so we're gonna get this in here and let's see how well this is going to squeeze. It might be a little harder to see how well this is going to fill and the air pockets. So I'm gonna keep filling. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You can see it fill, and I don't want to overfill it. So I think this is pretty good. All right, let's check out for air pockets. It looks pretty good so far. Might be an air pocket at the edge here at the bottom. So I'm just gonna keep squeezing and pulling until I'm sure that all the way. Oh, look at that big air pocket here. Let's get that air pocket out. Squeeze and push. There you go. We're getting air pockets out. Voila. I feel like this is something they're definitely missing in the instructions, is keep squeezing to make sure there's no air pockets. Because the worst thing is to have a sword with air pockets. See, we can see an air pocket right here. Kitty Editor super zoom into that. So what we want to do is we want to keep pushing it to the top. You see now we have a bubble, and once it's up top, we can keep squeezing until it pops. There. Now I did end up overfilling it just a little bit, so I'm just taking a little bit of Kleenex and dabbing the sides over here and here. Voila. And now we're just going to go ahead and push this in. I really hope I have enough resin, because unlike the other one, this little nib barely sticks inside the resin. So I have a fear that this might not actually work, but we'll see. It's definitely in there, and it's definitely filled to the brim. Now it's time for our UV resin, and I'm gonna shine it for about 2 minutes per side.
A few moments later.
All right, so here we are 5 minutes later. We're going to loosen up the mold this way. We're going to loosen it that way. I think that should make it easy to pull. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous about this one. I'm so nervous. Hang on, let's loosen the top a little more. Oh my God. And let's go. Oh. Come on, come on. Yes! It's very blue, actually. Here's what it looks like. I love the gradient. We did miss this air pocket over here, and it looks like we had some air pockets down there, but this side is pretty perfect. I just have mica powders all over my fingers. Here's what it looks like. Super cute. I love it. I love the gradient of the blue and gray. So let me go ahead and make the second one. And here they both are. I have to say, I'm not sure which one I like more, the one with more blue or the one with less blue. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I was able to get also less of the air pockets, so we missed out on that one. It seems like at the edge, it's almost inevitable, but these are micro. These are really tiny air pockets. Look how cute they are. My hands are a mess though. And here it is on the shelf that's included, but we also added the little ring in there. I think this is still a cute project. On to the next one. Wait, was this always there? We didn't have this, did we? Hang on. No. What is that? All the other ones were green or had something like this. That's new. Okay. All right, maybe this is a special edition or a limited edition or something, but oh, excuse me. Excuse me? This one's different. Yeah, that one's really different. How do I get in here? Hang on. How do I open you? Okay, we have this nib over here. I am completely clueless about this edition. Okay, we have something that looks like the ring. It's fully black. Okay, what do we have here? Okay.
He's a natty.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Wow, these handles are beautiful. Here's the handles we are working with. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the fact that they give you two, just in case there's a mistake somewhere. And even the stand for this one is a kind of translucent color as opposed to wooden, like the ones we've been getting. So here's what it looks like. Okay. And now the bag and the box have this hand on it. Okay, let's start with the box, because usually the box is the exact same thing where we get our hammer, our filer, and our anvil. Ooh, the hammer on this one is different. Here's what the previous hammer looked like. This one's different. And even the anvil on this one looks different. So this is the anvil we've been getting. And here's the new one. Okay. And even the filer is a completely different handle color. So this is definitely something special. All right, this is going to be our mold. But before we open our mold, because it's going to be hard to understand what's going on here, let's check out the baggie and see what we get inside. So here we have our resin. Is there anything else in here? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have our nozzle, and we don't have any kind of colorant or pigment. So let's see what the instruction book says we have. We have the Morgul knife. Is that a special edition? Give me a second. No, I don't know. I feel like Miniverse needs to let me know if something is rare, because technically the Sting one we got is rare. This is ultra rare, and this is like the super limited edition. And the Morgul knife just kind of looks like it's there. And we have that hand symbol on the Urukai sword. So let's check the instructions. And this one seems to be pretty straightforward. All we have to do is put the resin exactly as it is, no mixtures in pigment or anything whatsoever. Put in the handle, and that's about it. And so that's exactly what I did. I took the resin as it is, added the pipette, which was actually there, and then shooketh my mold to make sure I don't have any kind of air pockets. Hardened it for about 5 minutes with my UV light. Let's pull it out. Of course, this part always makes me so nervous. Oh, hang on, let's loosen everything up. I think if anyone says that these are difficult to get out, it's because they haven't loosened it up like this. And it almost already popped itself out. There you go. Oh my goodness, that is pretty. This is an absolutely beautiful sword. My goodness, this is probably my favorite so far. I just love the aesthetic of this one. Again, if you're not too happy with how it's still a little sticky, just put it in the sun for a couple more hours and then it should be okay. Or under your UV light after it's taken out of the mold. This is really cute. Here it is on the display, but we still have 2 more to check out. Oh, okay. This is either another limited edition one or a double. My goodness. Okay, so let's open you up. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it's true. We have this part here. And we have that funny hand thing. So it's either that, hang on, Urukai sword or the Mughal knife again. So let's get you open. And what do we have? Oh, hang on. Wait, what? Which way? Which way? Hang on. We have this one. We have that one. And we have officially our first double. All right, so let's go ahead and put this back like so. And let's hope for not another double. But if I'm being very honest, I would love a high elven sword because it comes with some kind of shield. Or for variety's sake, would also love to see a double-headed axe because we have not done any kind of axe and I'm curious what the mold looks like. Let's see what we have. Is that another black bottom? No, that is a gray bottom. That's different. So it's interesting because it seems like the Lord of the Rings comes in green, black with the hand thing, and then this one is kind of grayish. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay, let's see what we have. This box is really pretty. Ooh, okay. We have round bag. We have a box. Oh. Is that an axe? That is so pretty. Hang on, let me pull out the handle. Pull this out. We have our pipette. Let's pull this out. And oh my goodness, that is a beautiful handle. I think this is the double-headed axe. This is a double head, not double-sided. Double-headed, oh my goodness! We actually got the one I wanted. And here are the details that we can see on both sides. Absolutely gorgeous. Even the wood texture and the handle over here, absolutely phenomenal. And here we have the display stand. Let's get you out. So we're gonna have to put this together. Here's what it looks like. This is our box of stuff. Oh, that is different. All right, we still have our map over here. Are the maps different? They are. Look at that. I think the maps might be puzzles because they seem to be different. So here's our anvil, beautiful and quite ornate. See all these little details like a saw. This here is our filer. And let's take a look at our hammer. And that is definitely different. Just to give you an idea, we get different hammers depending on the set or where it's from. And in here, what do we have? Oh my goodness. That's so pretty. Here we have the pigment, and it looks like gold pigment in a really tiny jar that looks like a potion. We also have a scoopy. And in here, we should have our resin. Oh my goodness, hang on. Here it is. And as you saw, the resin bottles have different symbols on them depending on who these weapons belong to. So that's pretty cool. And last but not least, we have the mold. Ooh, okay. The mold is a flat piece. Interesting. And as you can see, the instructions are actually pretty straightforward. This one is a flat kind of mold. So let's go ahead and do that. And as always, I'm not going to follow the instructions by putting the glitter in the mold alone. We're going to put the glitter inside the resin itself. We're going to give it a good stir. And it doesn't fit in there. And now we're going to go ahead and put it in the mold. I didn't want to use the pipette, so I just kind of did it with the normal nozzle. And now let's go ahead and harden it. And we're just basically going to make two. Of course, before we make the second one, let's go ahead and unmold. Oh, wow. It actually looks like it has a sharp edge. Okay, on to the second one. So we have encountered our first problem ever. The instructions clearly show that we're supposed to be able to just slide the axe blades on the ornament, the handle itself, but that is just not happening. There's nothing to actually hold it together. I can't slide it in. There's nothing to stop the blades. I'm trying to push it in. Nothing is keeping them in or clicking. So my guess is the only way to keep these together is to use more resin as a kind of glue and then harden it together. Now, I don't know if that's a common thing, but that's just the thing I had to do. Let me know what you think and maybe where I went wrong. I did both a thin version and a thicker version of the axe and none of them worked. But here it is all done, and here they all are done. Let me know which one of these is your favorite, and is this a series that you would pick up yourself? If you want to watch more mini crafting, make sure you check up here. If you want to catch something more like unboxings and mysteries, make sure you check down here. Until then, I will see you grains in the next video.